Hey gang, Coach Burger here at our dojo in Salem, Massachusetts, and what I want to show you today is a very popular combination, okay? Jab, cross, hook, and why it usually fails, okay? So a few days ago, somebody sent me a video. It was a former pro fighter, UFC fighter, and he's talking about how, you know, the jab, cross, hook is probably the first three-punch combination you learn in any boxing gym, and you're going to practice it every day. You practice it in the air, shadow box, on the bag, on the focus mats, and stuff like that. And he says it doesn't work, and he goes into some reasons why and how to fix it. And my friend asked, you know, what do you think about this video? And I said, I think you should go back and watch my Stick and Move seminar that's on YouTube for free, because I talk about that. I think I explain why it doesn't work better, and I think I give some better solutions. Okay, let's talk about why it doesn't work. Okay, jab, cross, hook. Okay, so I jab, I cross, and I hook. Okay, I want you to think about this. If I just threw a straight punch, and I threw another straight punch, if his head was out there, okay, why would this bent arm reach? It's not gonna. And you watch people hitting the bag, right? They'll be like jab, cross, and they're leaning forward and throwing weird hooks and stuff like that. This can work. We call this a defensive hook. So maybe I threw jab, cross at him and he parried or slipped, or he just doesn't even care. He's just rough and tough. And he's like, the hell would you? I'm gonna hit you back. He's coming forward, and I'm sitting back like it's a shoulder roll, and I throw that hook. And even when I do my shoulder roll, if I'm teaching shoulder roll, I teach shoulder roll. But when I use shoulder roll, I usually have my hand up in here trying to do something with that shoulder roll. And for you kung fu guys, that shoulder roll, that's a good time to be doing that. Okay. Well, let's do the jab, cross, hook offensive. Okay. So how do we solve that problem? So you can go jab, cross. You can step up on your hook. That just doesn't feel good, okay? The next one I'm going to show you, some people like it, I don't, is what we call the Cuban hook. So I throw my jab, I throw my cross, and when I throw my hook, I'm going to step my heel, I'm going to line my heels up to that center line, boom, and throw the hook. And that works because of meat geometry. If you've watched some of my other videos, this is your longest weapon. Okay, well, you're just doing it, you're making your hook longer, right? Even if I don't bring my heel forward, if I don't step forward, even if I just bring my heel to the center line and turn, it's going to make it longer. But I can also step out with that. I don't like it because I like this as I'm long range, but I still feel like I'm half backwards, okay? That he's that close to taking my back, and now you did it up close. He's very close to what we call the arc of dominance, okay? So to go 90 degrees from your body, you can see and fight here pretty well. And now you can't see and fight well. I don't want to let anybody get in that arc of dominance on me, and I want to get in that arc of dominance on them. So let me show you some other ways I solve this hook problem. Sometimes I'll have guys on the bag miss the two, right? One, miss the two, hit the three. But they're still practicing that defensive hook, okay? Offensively, I want you to think this. You just threw your cross, this leg is loaded, okay? So the first one we do, it's going to be a foot replacement or a pendulum step. It's the same feeling, depends on how long apart you step. Some people, it's one of the gazelle punches that I'm here, and I'm going to jump, bam, and now look where I am to my opponent. I've outflanked him, okay? Another way I'll do that is I'll hit at the shuffle part. So I'm here, I got jab, cross, and I'll hit shuffle, bam. And my boxing coach used to get mad at me because I would do jabs like this, I would punch with my feet together. And you can't punch while your feet are together, and you can. You're not there for very long. Watch Shingi players, they do it nicely. Okay. The next one I took from fencing first. And it's the flesh or the flèche. So fencing is where I also get the thinner the profile, the longer the weapon. Okay, fencing, I don't care about this hand. being in play unless I have a shield or short sword. This, I kind of use this for counterbalance and thinner the profile, longer the weapon. So one of your long range weapons is to do the lunge, okay? The other one, the flesh or the flèche, is I'm gonna keep this on the center line, okay? But I'm gonna step at like 1 or 2 o'clock, okay? And that makes for a very long weapon. I do that with my hands. Now, I could do that and I could step, right? I could step to 3 o'clock. I could step to 2 o'clock. I could step to 1 o'clock, okay? So if I'm in here and things are getting close, like that defensive hook, I don't really like it. If I'm doing a defensive hook, I'm thinking about doing, oh my God, I can't think of the name of it now, check hook, right? That I'm doing a check hook, or sometimes I'll go this way, and now my power, I really stepped into that, okay? So I can step at 3 o'clock. If I needed to gain some distance, okay, I step at 2 o'clock, okay? If I hit him and it knocked him back, because you gotta think, like, this might help you with power, but it builds some bad habits. You punch somebody in the snot lock or you rock their chiclets, their head's probably not there anymore, okay? So if I did hit somebody, and they're out here, boom, boom, and I knocked them back or they ran back, I step to that 1 o'clock, right? And my head's off the line, my shoulder's in the line, my weight's going that way, my weapon's going that way, and you get a lot of juice on it, okay? So there's a lot more when we have somebody up here. A lot of times I'll throw my hook into their guard to trap their hands, but that's some basic stuff to fix your jab cross hook. And it's on the Stick and Move seminar, so go watch that stuff. Okay guys, hope you get something out of that.